Hi everyone, I'm Michael.
And I'm Patrick, and you're watching another episode of Star Wars News and Views. Today we're going to be talking about the Japanese Force Awakens trailer that just was released the other day. This is right after J.J. Abrams had said that there's going to be no more trailers or anything else released except for TV promos.
He was doing a red carpet thing with Extra, and they're like, is there going to be any more trailers? He's like, no, this is it. And then the next day, it's like, oh, you?
This was just a trailer for Japan. There was a few new shots, but it was kind of just cut differently from a lot of the original stuff too.
I would say there's a lot of new shots. The first whole section is 100% original.
Yeah, that's true.
Like we haven't seen before.
Yeah, nothing major stands out right off the bat, but there are a few new tidbits of information that we get from it, which are pretty exciting. I thought the trailer was really good. It's cool to see a new way to look at a trailer introduced overseas, because I find a lot of times recently trailers have become really repetitive. Everything is getting loud and it was quiet for a second, it gets loud again. It's the same thing over and over again. But it's cool to kind of see an international trailer cut differently.
It had a slightly different tone.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like there's a little bit more. There's a bit more personal.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see Rey introducing herself and see her at the beginning.
Yeah.
The music's really good. I don't know if it's been confirmed if that music is in the movie. I've never heard it before. It's not old Star Wars music.
I guess so far there's been a few new things that have come up. Right at the beginning we see Rey talking to BB-8, and it kind of seems like she's just found BB-8 or something. Definitely she has no it doesn't seem like she built BB-8 at all or whatever, and she's just talking to her as if she finds BB-8 after something, which might be the burning of the village.
Well, we see a shot of BB-8 at night witnessing fire.
Yeah.
On that planet, and we know they show shots of the village scene in the trailer, and I think there might be a new shot of that scene actually.
Yeah.
So it seems like maybe BB-8's from that village, and he or she. They have genders to something that doesn't even have a face.
I would say she for BB-8, but again, I don't know. It's
anyway, yeah. So she escapes the village, maybe, bumps into Rey, and then Rey takes her with her, basically.
Yeah, and we also hear Rey talking about waiting for her family, which kind of goes with some other rumors that we had heard before, that she was left there by her parents and she's been waiting for a long time.
And her parents may or may not be Han Solo and Leia.
Yeah, which also we see shots of her kind of building something and looking off into the distance and kind of always looking at ships that are coming in and off the planet. So it seems like she's patiently waiting for something.
Which was in the other trailer, but it gives it a bit more context now.
Exactly.
And then I guess she bumps into Finn right away, and the TIE fighters are coming after them because Finn is an exiled stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Who escapes, and then you see them introducing first names on the Millennium Falcon. So it's they must have bumped into each other, and then stuff happens immediately.
Yeah, a chase scene or something like that, and they don't have time to talk to each other.
And they get on the Falcon escapes, the TIEs are pursuing them, and then eventually they lose them, and they exchange first names. But then Han Solo is also present.
Yeah.
With Chewbacca.
Yeah.
And BB-8's there. So I'm wondering how that how does he get in there?
Yeah, maybe he comes in and saves them at some point at the end or whatever.
Yeah.
We also get this really cool shot of the TIE fighters coming in from a silhouette in front of the sun as it's setting with clouds. It looks very
it's out of Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, exactly.
Which George Lucas was going to direct.
Yeah. And there's also a really cool scene where Kylo Ren has his lightsaber to the back of Rey when she's kneeling down on the ground or something. It looks very foreboding, and we're not really sure.
I think that was the most, for me, that was the whoa.
Yeah, kind of
the wow moment.
Yeah, in the other trailer we see Finn light up the lightsaber and everything. That was kind of the wow moment. This was kind of the big one.
So they obviously have some kind of confrontation on the planet there, which is pretty interesting because you always see that forest scene at night, which is probably the Starkiller base.
Yeah.
Different location, I think. So that's cool that they actually meet face to face and escape, I guess, at some point.
Yeah. And finally, there is a scene in this one where Chewbacca is holding a detonator, and after that, you see him push it, and then an explosion happens from a different location. Looks like the bridge of some sort of.
It looks like a Star Destroyer bridge because of the windows and even the way it's laid out. It's not the same as the original trilogy, but it's reminiscent of that.
Yeah. Also, you see some TIE fighters on the side there, so it looks like it could also just be overlooking a hangar. So we're not really sure if this was a moment where, spoilers, maybe Chewbacca kind of comes in and sacrifices himself. Maybe he flies in the hangar with the ship and then explodes it to destroy it. We see you see one of, I think, Poe Dameron kind of in his X-wing, and then the next shot you see is a fight going on the maybe the ring of Starkiller, right.
Well, you can see the trench. You get a better look at the trench.
Yeah.
But going back to the Chewbacca thing, like it looks like he's like he's detonating something. So
Yeah.
like, is he on the same location? Is he somewhere else? Like,
It doesn't look like he's on the Millennium Falcon either. It looks like a different place that he's actually detonating it
Well,
from.
we were taking a look at it and like, oh, there's like all this like piping and stuff overhead. Looks way too industrial to be on a Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
But then if you look at the image of the bridge exploding, it does have piping and all that stuff up top. So, which the original Star Destroyers and the original trilogy, they sort of had a bit of that, but not really. So maybe he is on the Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
And there was that rumor that Han Solo and Chewbacca are on the Super Star Destroyer, and
Disguised.
they're in disguise. And not necessarily,
yeah.
but there's artwork of Han Solo, and he's wearing an Imperial rank. So maybe they infiltrate the Star Destroyer, plant a bomb, everyone gets off, but Chewie can't, so he sacrifices himself.
Yeah. And also, I guess one final thing about this trailer is right at the end we see Rey sort of crying over somebody. I mean, that was in another trailer too, but this kind of leads into maybe it could be Chewbacca's body, although it seems weird because it's in like the frozen sort of forest wherever
the
they're
Star Killer base, I believe.
Yeah. So it would be kind of weird if like he exploded this thing and was on the bridge and then died and like he doesn't end up on the planet somehow. But still, we're not really sure who this person that she's crying over is yet.
Yeah, it's kind of ambiguous. You can kind of see hair. It could be anything, though. It's
Yeah.
like out of focus.
But there's a possibility that Chewbacca sacrifices himself at some point, and now Rey is crying over his dead body, and that's kind of like the end of the trailer. It's possible.
That's
it's not necessarily likely, but that's definitely a possibility.
The only thing in my mind is like they did that on purpose, knowing that it would look like that. But I think if that was the case, that was his big finale. I don't think they'd put that in the trailer. That's the only thing I have to say about that.
Yeah.
In terms of possibility, it certainly looks like it, but I think that's the whole point.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it for the trailer. We're going to put another video up in a little bit talking about the new TV spots. Leave us your feedback about the trailer, what you guys thought about it.
Is there anything we missed?
Anything we missed, little Easter eggs that you noticed. And thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want. Or don't.
Up to you.
It's up to you. And we'll see you guys next episode.